All right, on to bigger and better things, everybody. Welcome back into the show. It is I. Now, welcome to the best Pulsechain podcast, the best post Pulsechain podcast, because, you know, it's post-launch by a long time and, like, it's in the shitter. Hello, you know. But you know what? Stay hype, bros, you know. I was thinking about crypto in generally, generally or both, right? I was thinking about crypto and I was thinking like, you know, how did this happen? You know, for me, it didn't happen. It didn't help, but thank God, I'm not a sad bag holder in Pulsechain. So it's easy. It has been very easy for me for many, months to just never talk about it. You know, like, should I give it free marketing? Because it only needs marketing, right? You know, according to Ricky. But I made this video a long time ago about arbitraging and how, like, the contradictions became too obvious to ignore. Now, the other day, as an aside or preface to all this, I just always threw out there for shits and giggles, what if Ricky's not the guy? And then again, what if he is? All that aside, I saw a tweet just yesterday. For the first time, or no, today, depending on when you listen to this, of Ricky, you know, saying that, hey, you know, there was a guy that said, when you make enough money, do you try to keep making money or do you just fall back? Something to that tune. And Ricky replied, and I would screenshot it, but I don't got time for that. And I don't really care to do that. Just take my word for it. He said that he's been in the position, him and the original poster has been in the position, like he's saying it's like a trick question and a stupid question to the original poster, Ricky's reply said, because he knows that him and Ricky have both been in that position. Ricky knows that himself and that guy, the original poster, have been in the position to never have to work another day in their lives for, wait for it, decades. And that along with that, you know, the answer is obvious. Like, once you get to a point where you never have to work again a day of your life, you just keep going and you like go for some glory points or like status points or something. And stuff like that. Like now you're chasing that type of stuff, like status or glory or blah, 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 right? Sounded really cute. But in there is this great idea of like a massive contradiction. That's like, hold on. Now think about it. Most people are going to work till the day they fucking die and have nothing, right? Most people. If you're above that, you're going to work and make a lot of money, but you're not going to have so much so that you feel that comfortable, you know? But then in the rare occasion, there are these people who are overachieving and will never need to do another thing for the rest of their life for money ever again. Now think about it. So Ricky says he's been in that situation for, wait for it, decades. But at some point he decided he's going to go for glory and blah, blah, blah. And I guess we'll call this what we call it, the blockchain and maybe Pulsechain and EHEX and all that stuff. Like, these are all like sidekick, you know, endeavors for him because he's already so wealthy, he'll never need to work another day in his life, right? If I take that on his face and I think to myself, my man's has an issue with some government for tax evasion. And I'm like, damn, like, I don't really agree with the tax thing, but that's irrelevant. What I'm trying to think and figure out is, see, me, I've been so poor my whole life, I can't wait to pay taxes. See, I probably got to pay taxes, but I spend so much money on my, of any earnings I get on surviving, I probably owe money at the end of the year. Even though I still have kids, think about that, because, you know, you get credit for that. I still am probably going to owe because I'm using too much of my income that I earn to survive, and I'm not setting enough aside for taxes, right? So we'll forget that for now. And I'm thinking about this, and I said, man, I can't wait to pay taxes. Like, fuck is you talking about? Like, I can't wait, because that means that I've made so much money that I finally, you know, like, I need to give off this like massive sum of money. Like, if I have a 20 or $30 million tax bill, even like, fuck that, even let's just say like $1 million in taxes, I'm thinking, damn, well, shit, I made quite a bit of money. I've never made that much money in my life. So, you know, think about it. That's petty. What's $1 million now? It's a joke. So when you say that you are so wealthy that you'll never work another day in your life, at what point do you decide, as someone who finally has nothing in life to worry about, that you're just going to test the water and be spicy and throw a little possibility of jail in there because you don't want to take a portion of the money that makes you think you're so comfortable you will never have to work a day in your life again, and just give it to the government so they don't put your ass in jail? That's quite a contradiction, isn't it? Now think about it. He's saying that as if he's still this wealthy today. Why the fuck has he not just paid it off? Why won't he go do it now so y'all can be like, shit, we don't have to worry about Ricky getting bagged the fuck up one day because he owes all this fucking money in taxes, bro. Why won't he do that? But he'll take the time to declare that he's been so wealthy for decades that he'll never have to work another day in his life. Oh shit. You know, see? And it's at that point, it's like, man, all that hopium and shit, you know, like that's just too deep. It's like a contradiction on its face. Someone with a brain, please enlighten me, you know, because I don't understand it, you know. And then I realized somebody, I think about, like, you know, going back to the beginning of the video, you know, before the contradictions, I'm talking about like, damn, how did we get here? Like, you know what's crazy? Is I see where crypto's gone, or like not where it's gone, where it's at right now. Like, I don't think anything's meant to succeed. And I'm not making an excuse for Ricky and Pulsechain. He got the bread to pump that shit. Like, let's just be real about that. And he's been rich and retired and wealthy enough for decades, right, to never need to work another day in his life. So what in the fuck could he possibly be making you hold out for? Instead of using that money to pump the chain like a while ago, right? Like before he actually bought the top of ETH. Like, think about it. He had all these Ethereum and all this money at the bottom of the market and decided to ape it all into Ethereum at the top and just wait for nothing, as opposed to putting it all in Ethereum then and just waiting for it to appreciate, I don't know, the 4x it did, and have $2 billion actually of SAC money, or SAC funds, treasury as some people called it. And, you know, whatever. Probably because, hey man, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if he's really had that much money, you know, and he's really rich and retired, and he's never going to have to work another day in his life since decades now. You know, he's been at that. He's got the money to pump the chain. And I thought, like, you know, like, I don't think anything's meant to succeed though. You know, outside of the rare situation where so much people gave one person money and it's like so high and overvalued, you know, like, I don't think things are meant to succeed. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you fair launch something, people don't want, no, that's just gay, man. No one wants to do that. You know, like, they don't want a fair launch, whatever that means, you know, or they do, or they don't, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, for example, there's businesses, and in business or any type of project or business, you have to pay for marketing. Like, only crypto thinks that people should talk about things because they really like something. I might give a fuck about none of that, man. Like, what type of ass backwards thought process is this? If McDonald's wants to advertise, they got to pay somebody to advertise. Point blank, period. They have a marketing fucking budget. Only in crypto have we shamed people for this idea. Like, yo, you want me to talk about your shit? I don't give a shit if I like it or not. I don't need to tell anyone about it. I just need to like what I like about it. But if you want me to, as a service, turn around and talk about the things that you got going on, then you need to make a budget for that. And this has always been a thing for me since bull markets ago. I said, you know, you can find a bullshit dev if you talk to them about marketing and they acting tight as fuck. Like they want you to go out there and jump off the cliff for them so that their shit can pop off and they can make all the money. You see what I'm saying? And then you sitting there looking stupid when the person who made all the money just decides to fall back and do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's how everybody in Pulsechain looking right now. See, that's what happens. But see, like the industry wants regulators somehow to go and fuck with people who've been paid to market. I would call that service. Now, do you need to disclose it, or should it just be common sense? I don't know. You know, like for example, I think it was Mayweather. I think it was a lot of celebrities in regular business. They got paid for a lot of things and they didn't disclose that. Like, and I don't know why you like. If you make a McDonald's commercial, do you need to tell them that they paid you? Or is it fucking common sense? You see what I'm saying? Like, but only in crypto do you need this to be, oh, okay, whatever. You know, maybe because those are just naked products, I guess, you know. But if it's not a product, you know, I don't care about the nuance there. I just think it's dumb, okay? And then people, they don't want stuff to succeed. You know, we've entered this where like the mass of people are just against anything that happens. So there's the tidal wave of that you got to deal with. And more importantly than anything else, if you just say, here's a product, buy it. You know, it's like, nah, why would I do that? Here's a cryptocurrency, buy it. No, why would I do that? Here's a blockchain, buy it. Oh, why would I do that? You see what I'm saying? You know what the problem is? You people want someone to lie to you. You want someone to lie to you. Think about it. This, that, blah, 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 blah. This is the next big blah, 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 blah. We're going to have this, and that. And then after that, it's going to be blah, 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 blah. But then guess what? When it turns out to be a fucking dud anyway, because no one really wants anything to work and they don't want to support anything, or it's all a fucking scam and this and that. And you know, like, come on now. You know, I'm just generalizing, but also being very real. This is the general mentality of, say, 99% of crypto now. Whereas back in the day, you know, dare I say it, in 17, 18, motherfuckers was ready. Like, what's going on now? Shit, what's coming up next? Let's get it. You know, like, it's stuff like that. Like, that prevailing mentality is what dominated that time. That's where you could have even stupid shit pop off. And now nothing can pop off. Everything's so serious and everything has to be a scam. Like, you know, even like, I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but like, even if things are like not very useful, you know, they could still be cool. Like, we could still have some fun, but like motherfuckers are tearing shit up at the idea stage before anything even happens. So it's like, it's just lame. Like, no matter what you do, you're not getting adoption now. All these people, unless you lie. You have to lie to them. You have to gas them. You have to give them the biggest bag of fucking hopium you can find. Hexicans, Ricky, he has sold the biggest bag of hopium to like perfection, dog. That's why he got the big sack bag, and it's in Tornado now. So who knows who has it? But you know, maybe he ain't the guy. I don't know. But you know, people want the lie. You don't want the truth. Like, see, like for example, if I said, "Hey, bro, here's a donation address," and I put it in the chat or in the comment and description and say, "Hey man, why don't you donate?" And you know what? I'm going to tell you I need the money. Like, the irony with that is a guy is telling you that, well, he's tweeted that he's been at the point where he will not ever have to work again a day in his life, right? And he puts the donation addresses out there. And you send it. They'll call them sacrifices. And now, even though those projects that had the first two donations, massive sums of money, factually, crypto, because they're two different things. You know, those things have gone in the shitter. You know what I'm saying? Here's a third one. I promise you though, I've been at this point for decades, right? Ricky's been at the point where he'll never have to work a day in his life and he will never need to work ever again. Here's a third sacrifice for this other thing, right? You see what I'm saying? And even though those things have gone nowhere, here's another sacrifice, right? Because he doesn't need the money. Now, if I leave you an address that says, hey, man, why don't you just make a donation? Who knows what could happen? But you see, you don't want that. You don't want the honesty in that. Like, you know what? I could use the money, bro. It's fucking brutally honest, and everybody says they want people to be real. Let's say, because I'm not at the point where I'm rich and retired for like decades now, right? And I'll never have to work again another day in my life, right? No. I'm not at that point. So if I give you a donation address, see how I like kept it real right there with that just one word, or, you know, when you describe the address and give it the proper context. Here, if I give you a donation address and ask you to humbly donate, who knows what could happen behind that? And you're not supposed to know. It's truly a donation. You don't appreciate the honesty in that. You know what you want people to do? You want people to turn around and tell you, yo, got this new project coming out. Who knows what the fuck it is? Or you know what? I know exactly what it's going to be. We're going to do this, that, and this. And, you know, it's going to be slow rolling. But when that thing comes out, that thing, you know, when day 8888 comes, or when day 55555 comes, yeah, and we roll out that thing, you know, that thing, then, oh, man, it's going to pop off. See, you want the lie, because no one could possibly know what could happen in the future because something else is going to happen or not happen, allegedly, right? There's no way to know. You see what I'm saying? So most people, they want the lie, you know? You know what I'm saying? This is what people want now. They want the lie. It's a contradiction. It's like the general public, they want the truth, but they pay for the lies. So I thought, you know, like there would be some real respect there for saying it's a donation address. But no. We're going to pay the guy who, you see what I'm saying? It's so weird. But as far as that rich and retired stuff and how he said that he was rich and retired for some years, you know, like it just doesn't really ship, does it? Why not just pay the taxes so there's no red notice hanging over the future of your bags? You see what I'm saying now? And like, you know, let's say like, why put a third donation, quote, sacrifice address? Because you don't need the money. And we know you just sent off a couple $100 million, bro, like to the tornado, dog. You need more? Like, that's crazy, B. That's wild crazy. But like, it would be like really off the wall if like my stupid ass kept it all the way real and was like, you know what, man, here's your donation address. See, you need me to make the lie. Like, what project could we do next? What thing could I tell you is the future or disruptive or groundbreaking or whatever, you know, to get you to FOMO in. FOMO donate. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that shit is, right? That's what you want. But if you just keep it real, like, see, that's frowned upon. That's crazy. Like, yeah, that nigga poor, man. He probably eat ramen and shit. That and I know this because like it's a culture now. Like there's a big culture thing where people want the lies. They want to chase the fucking lie. And then they get mad if like they figure out it's weird because they want the lie. And then they get mad when they figure out it's a lie. It's really weird. It's like, wow. It's like, you know, what are people to do? That's how we get people like Ricky, who's like, oh, you motherfuckers need something to be, you need something to FOMO for? ProveX. And then when it's like, oh man, this is another shakeout, guys. I promise you, this is another shakeout. Wait till they drop the case, bro. Wait till they drop the case. You know what? Wait till the bull market. You know, wait till Bitcoin goes up, man. You know, no. Wait till the bear market, man. It's gonna pump just like Hex did. You want the lie. You love the lie. People are DCAing into the lies. You know, Ricky was playing with P-Dye before you know what I'm saying? And then Ricky comes out and tells everyone, yo, P-Dye's been sucking up all the money out the chain, bro. That's mad crazy, B. So shit, I know I showed that shit. Oops.